Hello, this is JP Murray. Welcome to the Push to Pass podcast and video. If you're listening for the first time, this will be my report, the State of the Union of JP Murray Racing, where I talk about what happened last year and I look forward to 2024. My hope is that I'm going to give you some context and insights on what I've seen and what you might look forward to your brand or your racing team and how it might take advantage of the opportunities ahead based on my experiences. So, a little bit of context. This is my second season working full time for drivers and teams. And after the company I founded was acquired a couple of years ago, I was inspired to provide services to drivers and teams and corporations and bring them together in motorsports partnerships. And I'm using these experiences that I had previously as a sponsor and a company owner and using those to match companies and drivers and teams together for motorsports. My non exclusive programs today include Taylor Reimer, the number 25 USAC midget Buzzballs branded young lady that's aspiring to NASCAR and running pavement ARCA Menard series events and some midget car racing events next year. Brady Bacon, the four-time USAC Sprint Car champion, sponsored by the Petroleum Alliance of Oklahoma for the upcoming Chili Bowl Nationals. Santino Ferrucci, AJ Foyt Racing's number 14 in the NTT IndyCar Series. I also work with Shane Stewart of Port City Raceway in Tulsa, Elizabeth Phillips, a young driver in Oklahoma that's racing sprint cars, just about to become a student at the University of Oklahoma. So here's what I've learned in the past year and projecting those into advice for the next. Commitments in 2024 have already surpassed 2023. So we have momentum. Motorsports very popular for a few reasons right now, in my view. First of all, brands are starting to realize the multi-channel value of motorsports. Few platforms can offer all of this in one buy. An in-person event, including extraordinary spectacles like the Indy 500. Broadcast and streaming can reach more than 1 million viewers per race, and that even includes dirt track racing. So, your ability to reach people in person and in broadcast is fantastic. It's social media friendly as a platform. Think about this: drivers, teams, and the series can amplify your brand because of the way that they're promoting the drivers and the race teams that participate. So, all those things help grow your organic reach in terms of social media. Team integration. You're not on the outside, you're on the inside with the team. With the exception of working on the car or driving it, you're as close to the action as any sport I can imagine. And in fact, when we go to events, those are frankly your business development operation on the road where you can do business deals, you can have business meetings all in the context of a racing event. So brands are starting to appreciate and understand with one purchase or one partnership, I can do all those things. The second thing I'm seeing is the value and the acceptance of B2B partnerships. Frankly, businesses working together and then providing residual income to the race team or the race driver because they help facilitate the deal. That is fairly unique. I really encourage you to look at my previous video or podcast with George Giles of Ring Squared, where we talk about that in detail. The third reason why we've got this momentum: sports marketing as a platform is exploding, and the popularity of Formula One in North America is probably helping the overall awareness of racing, auto racing as an option. Now, I could be wrong about this because, frankly, I think that it may be a bubble, that American brands are overpaying for overpriced attention in Formula One, and we'll see if they really care about those American companies and fans long term. But I think overall, the exposure that this gives to motorsports is a good thing for marketers. So, what do we see for 2024? Here's what I'm getting from my sales activity, and I want to pass it along to you. The fastest way to scale is by business to business sponsorships. I have relationships with DA Lubricants and Ring Squared that cost the team and the driver $0. However, if you bring business to them, residual revenue comes back to you. This is going to happen at scale and over, and we're putting an emphasis on it. To do that, JP Murray Racing will be introducing the Push to Pass marketplace, where businesses and fans will be able to purchase products like uniforms, cleaning services, fuel, lubricants, all sorts of B2B things that they already buy on our marketplace, and a portion of the revenue goes back to the racer. We're going to do that at scale and, frankly, make it available to other race teams that may want to be involved in it. We must overcome a marketer's bias or legacy knowledge. Some brands have felt burned by the large amounts they may have spent in terms of dollars in the past, and they don't know all these new things that are possible, and they're afraid to try something new. There's a lack of recognition that budgets and plans have a wide range across different series and drivers of what they might want to spend or what they have to spend. The best value, I think, in motorsports is, frankly, IndyCar right now. It's a great buy in terms of the exposure and the opportunities. But many people aren't into innovation. They just don't want to get fired. So that requires a sales team that is focused on thought leadership in motorsports, and that takes time and intention. So in my small way, I'm going to try to do that by making the things that we go through and the deals that we do and the experiences from that available to you through our podcast, through our video, through our blog, etc. The other thing that we're seeing that's going to be very important moving forward is this. Companies have very little interest in a sticker or a car wrap. Many teams, however, and drivers are stuck in that era, the era of a company writing a check, sending it to the team, and having cars and transporters that are basically a moving company logo. Is there value in that? Certainly. Is that the only way it's going to happen? Not a chance. In fact, I think it's going to be rare where that occurs. It's over, but you just might not know it. And I think not only do companies need to be aware of it, and we need to educate them that that's not the only thing that we can do, but race teams and drivers need to realize that that is a dying business. So, in summary, what does this mean to the way that we're going to work in 2024? I'm working very hard to improve thought leadership and experiences, and I want to tell you about what we're experiencing and learning together, speaking with drivers, team owners, and sponsors on how they are successful in the space is something that you may have seen in recent episodes. We're going to continue to do that, and I hope it's helpful. You can take the information and use it or not. That's totally up to you. Secondly, the number of companies and outbound activity on behalf of racers will be intense. We set records this year in terms of my personal activity, but it's going to have to go up. So what that means is sales processes must be very tight and sales skills must be improved. Because you got to be able to identify who's really going to work with you, who isn't, move on to the next thing. Okay, that's going to be key to get to the scale that you want. It's the only way you're going to get through the numbers. And then thirdly, said it over, I'm going to say it one more time. Business to business sales will be the priority focus. Finding companies that want to do business with each other and getting revenue from that deal is going to be the way. So, friends, that's the state of the union in terms of racing sponsorships from my view for 2024. Hope this information is helpful to you moving forward. And hey, if you ever need any help in this area or just want to bounce some ideas off of me, please call me at 703-732-0837. Until the next episode, thanks for watching or listening. I'm JP Murray. So long, everybody.